What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Thrifty. I am the Aggressively Average Gamer, and we are back with another review. Today, we are going to be going over Mafia The Old Country. This is from Hangar 13, and it's a new game in the Mafia series, and I was excited. Got it for 50 bucks, played it, beat it, and now I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. We're going to go over graphics, gameplay, voice work, story, and combat. Same thing I go over in every single one of these, or almost every single one. Sometimes I mix it up. Before we get started, if you could, hit the like button, subscribe if you have not already. If you have played Mafia, leave a comment down below as we go through this. You can use timestamps and things like that to interact with the video that way. You can also hit the join button, which will make you a member of the channel. Members get shouted out on every single live stream, and so truly appreciate that. We do a live stream every Wednesday night at 8:45 p.m. Central Standard Time, where we just talk about gaming and gaming news. With all of that said, though, let's get back to the video. So I was really excited. I was told it was a more linear story. I was told that that's kind of what they're going back to, and I was like, all right, cool. I can do a linear story. And so I got it, played it, beat it. It's got 16 hours in it, and rolled credits. So here are my full thoughts. Everything in the video will be spoiler free. So starting with graphics. Graphics are absolutely wonderful. This is a $50 game. There is a bit of pop-in while you're driving. There's a bit of screen tear. When you're turning, sometimes a building will kind of clip in and clip out real quick. But outside of that, the game runs pretty stable. There's, especially in like fights and combat and stuff, it never really lagged, it never really glitched, never really did anything like that. I never had the game crash on me. Everything seemed to run fine. Performance-wise, I played on a PS5 Pro, and I played in quality. And so it was great. I had no problems. I had literal zero issues outside of the few things I mentioned. Everything ran great, and like I said, it looks really, really good. Is it AAA? Is it melt your eyes Decima engine type stuff? No, it's not. But very, very good, very well done, great execution on the graphics. Next thing we're going to get into, this is a real quick one today, guys. Next thing we're going to get into is the story. And oh my goodness, if you are looking for a story game with an amazing, amazing story with all the emotional beats of a Mafia type Godfathers type story, my goodness, you have it here. From a lowly miner in Enzo, a slave, to a made man, to a boss, to eventually one of the right-hand man of the Dawn. Like, that's so fun. It's so cool. I love those stories. I enjoy them. Goodfellas is one of my favorite movies. Haven't seen it in a long time, but it is one of my favorites. And so, like, that type of story, great. Great execution of it as well. And this is going to kind of bleed over into voice work. The voice work for the game was absolutely done to perfection. Don Teresi sounds amazing. The side characters with the Sperado clans sound fantastic. The audio quality in the game is amazing. Love the audio quality. Everything sounds good. When bullets are ricocheting, they sound great. I have nothing negative at all to say about the sound design or the voice work. Enzo and Isabella, perfectly cast, perfectly acted. Never once did it feel too much. And so, Tino, also another one that was well done, that doesn't speak much, but like just the character work they did with him, that was his character, and when he did speak, it commanded attention, which was awesome. As a matter of fact, I think we hear Don Teresi speak more than we hear Tino speak. He just kind of is off in the background. And so, like, lots of stuff in the game, I think, was done extremely, extremely well. So that kind of covers voice work, it covers gameplay, and it covers voice work, story, and graphics. So let's go ahead and dive into gameplay. This is the one, actually, let's go to combat. Because combat was done very well in this game. If it was anything, it's a little safe. But they're telling a linear story. The point is to drive you into the story. And so combat is just an avenue to give you something to do to get you to the next beat in the story, to build up that tension. You're in a burning building at this point. You're causing things to explode. You're shooting people. You're getting new weapons. You're finding different things that work better. You're changing out your knives. You're doing all of this stuff, and all of it affects your combat and how you approach the game. Mainly, though, it's the knife system that changes how you approach the game. Because certain knives, I think there's 3 different ones. One of them is used for throwing, but that also means you can't use it to open up as many locked chests. Because each time you use it, it depletes one of the durability bars. And the ones that can be thrown are really light, and so they're not as durable. The one right above that is used for stealth kills. Its durability is up a little bit more. It has 4 pegs of durability, so you can kill 4 people with it, or you can open up 4 chests before you have to use a whetstone in order to sharpen it, which I thought was a really cool touch. Weapon degradation, kind of nice. Then there's another one called the stiletto. That one is used just because it has a high durability. And so with that, the high durability, you can use it to open up, I think, 5 chests before it needs a whetstone. So that's really cool. So each one of those, though, is going to lead you down a different path of approaching the game. So there are kind of 3 different ways. Do you just want to be guns blazing? Do you want to be more stealthy and guns blazing, which is what I chose? Or do you want to throw knives at people and shoot them? You can do all 3. Now, the knife combat in the game is really, really well done. It's actually really fun. It's almost like a mini game. Like, if you've ever played any of the NHL hockey titles, it's almost like if you're getting into a fight on there. You have dodge, you have light attack, heavy attack, thrust, and I think parry. Yeah, that's right. You have parry, dodge, thrust, and swing, and then guard break is the other one. There we go. And so it's almost like a Souls-like. No, I'm just kidding. But it does have all of those things, and you'll actually notice that there's a knife fight in here, and I have a video of super, super good knife fight, and really enjoy it. Also, you'll notice one of the clips, I stopped using my guns to try to kill people, and I literally just took each one out with my knife. Because I kept getting bottlenecked to where they kept kind of pinching me from both sides, and they were shooting and coming in, and other people were advancing. So that's another thing related to combat and gameplay. The enemy AI is actually pretty good. The enemy NPC controls are actually pretty good. There were certain times where my NPCs took out the enemy, which was awesome. Typically, you don't see that. Normally, they just provide cover fire. And you also had some moments where the NPCs, the enemies, literally would say, hey, we need to flush them out. And literally they would send 2 people coming out of, they break cover, and then come towards you to try to get you. Well, there was a certain area that kept happening in down by the docks. I think it was the docks. Anyways, the fish market, it kept happening there. And I kept getting bottlenecked in this one area. So finally, I just started running towards people with my knife out and shanking them because that was easier. So the game does give you different ways to explore combat. So once again, combat, wonderful. So that's 4 things that were wonderful out of the 5. So now let's get into what I would call gameplay. So the gameplay is 100% linear. There are, as far as I was able to tell, about 3 sections where you could break away from the story. There might be more, but even other people that I've talked to about this have had the same issue. The game is never clear when you're able to start going somewhere else and just exploring on your own. Because the point of the game isn't to go explore on your own. But outside of the first mission, and I think one more, that takes you over to the item shop, you don't ever really go back over there. So it was till the very end of the game. I think I had like 2 or 3 missions left where I was like, I'm just going to try and see if I can go. And I was on a mission and I couldn't. It kept saying leaving mission area. So I was like, well, dadgummit, okay. So then I kept playing a little bit more and ended up going back in and kept trying, and finally I was able to break away, get in a vehicle, and go. So I wish the game did a little bit better job of telling you, hey, you're free. You can go explore for the few collectibles in the world, and you can go and buy your new weapons or whatnot, because it's at one point you open up a really good weapon upgrade. And everything goes from like, hey, here's the weapons we have here, to, hey, here's the better weapons that they're making elsewhere. I don't want to tell you where because that's a spoiler. But they do a terrible job of letting you know when you can actually, like when you're free to roam, when you're free to explore. Everything really does try to keep you on the rails. With that, my biggest criticism of the game is that I wish they would have done a bit more, which I know is crazy because like my biggest criticism of the game is that I want more of the game. And people are going to type in the comments right now and go, "What'd you expect? It's a Mafia title." Like, yes, I get that. I was hoping for a bit more. I was hoping for, it's not even the length of the game. 16, 20 hours, totally fine. I was just hoping for a bit more. Maybe a quest line that explored Tino a bit. Or maybe a quest line that explored Valentina a bit. Or maybe a quest line that took you down and expanded on Cicere. Just a little bit. That's it. Like, I'm not asking for a big, huge open world section. I'm just asking for just a little bit more. Outside of that, though, guys, that's my total review of it. Let me answer the question, though. 2 questions have to be answered. Question 1 is it worth $50? Question 2 is what rating would I give it? Neither one of these really matter. Do what you want. But here they are. So, is the game worth $50? Not to me. I would have loved to get it on sale. Am I mad that I bought it for $50? No. It's a good game. It's a good story. Everything about it was good. I enjoyed my time with it. But I still would have rather probably spent that money somewhere else or on a different game or whatnot. But that's just because I wasn't quite prepared for a story-driven, linear, 100% linear title. That could be on me and my expectation of the game. Second thing I'll say is it is worth $50 if you love story-driven titles and you don't want any fluff and you're like, dude, I just came off of beating Death Stranding 2. I don't need any more open world stuff. Give me a linear story where I get spoon-fed everything. That's what you will get with this, and you will have a blast. Absolutely go spend your $50 right now. Second question is my rating. Simple. I give it an 8.5 out of 10. I think the game was great. There was only a couple hangups that I had in it, and didn't really take away from my enjoyment, but could have definitely added to it. And so that's why it's an 8.5. I think the game did great. Like I said, I enjoyed it. Nothing really took away from my enjoyment. I just wanted some extra stuff to add to it. Just a little bit, once again. And I know people in the comments are going to roast me for this, and that's fine. Outside of that, guys, thank y'all for staying. I hope you commented down below. Like, subscribe, join. Also, we have a Discord. You can join the Discord. The Discord is free to join. So come on over. With that being said, y'all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you on the next one.